Let's take the discussion forward on India Inc. really taking that pure play political plunge. We're joined by a very special panel on the show. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, independent board member of Infosys and also the head of the Bangalore Political Action Committee, and Bibek Debroy, ET Now's consulting editor, join us live on this edition to take that discussion forward. Thank you both of you for being with us. Professor Debroy, let's begin with you. Bangalore will see two corporate honchos take the real political plunge, so to say. What do you make of this? What kind of a message is being sent from this one move?
Well, I think there are different ways of looking at it. One is there has always been a connection between corporate India and the political system. And indeed, we have in the past seen MPs who have had corporate backgrounds. What we are talking about here is something that's somewhat different. We are talking about people trying to laterally enter politics, and ideally, all political parties should have lateral induction. And what we are seeing here is whether it's through the Congress, whether it's through the Aam Aadmi Party, we are witnessing a greater extent of lateral induction, certainly in some high-profile constituencies, and I think that's desirable.
Ms. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, I'm sure you're cheering both the candidates as well, two good friends of yours as well. India Inc. now finally taking the poll plunge. What's the broad message here according to you? Would you agree with Professor Debroy?
I think this is a very important message that that we should read into, because it basically says that there is greater citizens' engagement with the political system, and certainly I think, seeing two strong corporate leaders basically enter the fray also is a signal that we will be seeing better candidates and better engagement from citizens and the corporate sector in terms of addressing some of the present day challenges.
Professor Debroy, do you also read this as a vindication of the changing political paradigm, so to say, that parties are placing a premium on candidates with an honest and clean image?
Yes, I think so, but we are talking about two different kinds of things here. Firstly, the broader message of the India Against Corruption movement has been to cleanse up the political system. And one way of cleansing the political system is to have a greater degree of lateral entry, to induct people who have been professionals. So in that sense, yes, it's not just about the Aam Aadmi Party, it's about the pressure that it will exert on other political parties to clean up the system, to eliminate criminals, to eliminate those who have criminal antecedents. So that part of it is desirable. However, I think there's also something else that one needs to flag, is whenever someone comes in from the outside, there is always a little bit of resentment on the part of people who have invested a career in the political system, who have been aspiring for vertical mobility. So there's always this tension between vertical mobility vis-a-vis lateral entry.
That's an important point, and we'll come back to you in just a moment on that. But Ms. Shaw, if I may come back to you, do you see them really pulling off a major upset, because they're up against candidates who are political veterans? I mean, Ananth Kumars is a 5-time MP, PC Mohan is an incumbent, CK Jafar Sharif has had a long political innings, especially in Nandan's case. He's fighting against Ananth Kumar, who has been a sitting MP from that region itself.
I don't think it's about upsets. It's about the signal that this is a changing face of politics. That's how I see it. I don't think we should really expect to see huge upsets this time, but I think we will see some upsets. And I think we should actually see this as a positive signal in terms of the changing face of Indian politics.
All right, the changing face of Indian polity. But Professor Debroy, you are the political pundit here. What are Nandan's chances, realistically speaking? Because like I said, Ananth Kumar is a 5-time MP. He has considerable clout even within the BJP. Can he really score?
It's difficult to say. It's difficult to say. We'll have to wait, because obviously Nandan Nilekani has an enormous amount of support in Bangalore, everywhere in Bangalore. The question is, where is this support? Is it in a certain segment of society? And more importantly, to get electoral success, even if you're clean, you need a party organizational structure that's going to support you. Because if the workers don't support you, if the cadre does not support you, then it's very difficult to get electoral success. So I don't yet know whether he is going to get that kind of support from the local cadres.
Okay, Mr. Shah, I want you to shed the CEO hat for a moment and don the hat of the BPAC, the Bangalore Political Action Committee. Has the BPAC made up its mind on supporting Nandan and Bala? Have you had discussions with them so far?
We don't have discussions with party. I think any parties or any candidates. We basically look at candidates being fielded by all parties, and what we will do is we will actually put them through a filtering process, and based on the credentials and based on them passing muster, obviously we will endorse them. And you know, people like Nandan and Bala obviously will pass muster. And there will be others who will hopefully also pass muster. So we will be endorsing candidates across party lines.
All right, not willing to make a commitment there. But Ms. Shaw, let me ask you this question. In the run-up to elections 2014, we've seen a very, very high voltage political campaign. It's been rather murky. There's been a whole lot of mudslinging. How do true blue corporates like Nandan and Bala really brace up for this? They're not hardcore politicians after all.
Well, I think they will have their own political strategies, and of course their seasoned or their leaders will also play, probably portray a different kind of mudslinging politics. But I think as far as these corporates are concerned, they will really focus on, I'm sure, development aspects of the economic agenda. I'm sure they will have very strong messaging to provide to their potential voters.